Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit that subscribe button and enjoy the entertainment. Anyway, I'm going to be checking out the new official trailer for the upcoming Superman movie. New one's just released, so I'm going to check it out. But also because Warner Bros. Has something stick up their butt about trailer footage. The initial reaction is going to be blurred, and then I'll go through it afterwards. Nothing you can do. But anyway, let's check it out and see this new trailer. Superman.
Are you being serious right now?
I am.
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I don't
what
know if
some
it's a
might.
lot of
it's
fire,
it's a
but-
lot.
They don't like him.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world. More.
And doing good.
Well, who's that permission did he ask for that?
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
I don't hear no bell.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Oh, I'm telling you, do not hurt that fucking dog.
Choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal
this
point
house
of the
kicked
entire
really
world's
is.
conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Where's my super suit?
You have a dog?
I'm telling you, they better not have anything happen to that fucking dog, I'm telling you. Alright, I think that's probably the best trailer we've had. Gives a lot more in-depth to Superman. You know, he's not always you know, the nice, you know, polite person. He's like, you know, arguing with Lois, you know, trying to explain to her, you know, that he's doing what he's doing because people are down. He's trying to save people. So let me go for this again. That footage is probably gonna most of it's gonna have to be blurred out because Warner Bros. So let me just go through this. So
Are you being
a rare occasion that I see Superman out of his suit and just in normal clothes.
ready?
So he's saying that he stopped the war, and she's basically asking him, you know, your actions I suppose a bit like Hancock, you know, he stopped the war, but, you know, they're looking at it through, you know, was his actions the right way about going it? Did he consult the president?
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some
it's
might.
a lot of fire,
It's a lot.
The Snyder fans. No, I don't get the hate for them. Like, I like, you know, Henry Cavill's Superman. I like Christopher Reeve's Superman. I like I forget his name from the TV series Superman. Somebody Dean. That was the one I grew up with. So obviously they're not happy about it.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
So obviously Superman's the quest for peace, trying to stop the war. Not that horrible fourth movie.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
So who we got here? So this is like a secret, I guess, security force, and he is, oh, I forget the name of his character. No, it's gone. So they're taking him under arrest. I like the suit, you know. Good design. I know people have been thinking about the, you know, the sort of the stitching around here, but I think they take it from different comics. They've taken each aspect, the symbol, the stitching. Obviously, there was a debate about whether they should bring the trunks back. They brought them back.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
He's certainly getting his ass kicked a lot.
Consult with the president.
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will
anybody
cause more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
So that's where everything is. Like, you know, at least not that I've seen any other like movie for Superman. You've never seen him, you know, arguing with Lois. You know, in the original with Christopher Reeve, you know, when Lois would interview him, you know, he was, you know, polite thing, you know, and they would take her for the flight, you know, to explain to her, looking over everything, and Man of Steel, you know, again, there was sort of the thing, obviously, similar to Man of Steel, you know, he was arrested by the government, and, you know, and they were questioning him, you know, asking about his symbol. He was saying that his symbol was for hope and everything, so curious to see what's going to happen this here.
Question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
The hell is that?
People were going to die.
I like the passion of the Superman, you know.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Look up. But I'm telling you, anything fucking happens to this damn dog, I'm gonna be having words with James Gunn. I know that likes the Guardians of the Galaxy and thinking all it likes to go for, you know, the heart with, you know, 10-year emotions. So I don't want to see us in a scenario where something happens to bloody Crypto. You know, obviously, as I thought, you know, maybe something's going to happen where Lex infiltrates the home of Superman. So I don't want to see anything happen to this dog to make Lex more of a film. So that's what happens obviously to his robots.
Your choice.
Oh.
Your actions.
I just love that shot. Just they're hugging and all that's going on in the background. So there he's getting mended to by Martha, and why'd you say that name? And
He's not a man.
so there's a good look at is it Metaphisto or Metamorphos?
He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I love that part there.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Mom, where my super suit? Where my super suit? I'm still wondering what the hell this thing is and where it came from. Mr. Terrific. So he's transporting Lois, so is he taking her out of danger? I can already see some possible criticism being that he looks too vulnerable. You know, he's getting his ass kicked a lot. You know, at least in the trailers. You know, he's the first trailer. You know, he's crashed down in the ice. He's bleeding. You know, we have a shot there where his mom and dad are looking after him. There's a shot where he's being revived by the sun. I'm curious to see how he's going to work in the movie. He's being played by the actor that was in the Gotham TV series that played Victor Zsasz. So oh yeah, now they all love him.
You have a dog?
I like that. You know, it gives him a bit of, you know, humanity instead of it being, you know, that he is this, you know, alien from another world thing that he is. You know, he's a Superman. You know, he's, you know, yes, he has the super, but he is like a sort of, you know, a human being in a way, trying to, you know, save humanity. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it will do well to finally kickstart this new DCU. And as I say, hopefully Warner Bros. And DC can get it right this time. Take their time. Don't rush it. And don't, you know, try to catch up with Marvel. Just, you know, go at your own pace and, you know, make sure the movies are good and, you know, develop the characters. Because as I said before, I think that was what happened with the Snyderverse, is that it started off well with Man of Steel, and then you know, we didn't even get like an individual Batman movie, or the Flash or Cyborg or any of them. It was just Man of Steel, and then Batman vs Superman. We were just introduced to Ben Affleck's Batman, and then Wonder Woman, and then you've pushed them all together to do the Justice League movie before you've developed any of the characters, and the audience haven't got a chance to get to know any of the characters. But we'll see how this goes. I said, hopefully it'll be right. Hopefully they won't kill the dog. Okay, let's leave Crypto alone. Okay, there was there was a few theories that he might be Crypto might go off with Supergirl possibly, and maybe he might show up in her movie, but we'll see how it happens. Just don't leave the damn dog alone, okay? Just, I just want to see a thing at the end of the Superman movie where like the end credits says Crypto will return in a future movie. By the way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Except this movie, what are your hopes for it, and the hopes for the DCU franchise? What are your thoughts on this Superman? Do you like him? Obviously, yes, Henry Cavill was great, and it would have been, it would have been great to see him continue on the role. But look, as I've said previously, if you're going to break it down and start from scratch, then do that. Break it down, start from scratch with a whole new cast. And whether Henry Cavill goes to Marvel, obviously he appeared in Deadpool and Wolverine, but whether he does that or at some point James Gunn decides to bring him back for a future project where I know you have like an alternate universe, or they do a version of the Infinite Earths scenario. We'll wait and see. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Drop a like in the video and subscribe to the channel. That'd be very much appreciated. I will drop the link in the description for the original video so you can check it out for yourself, because obviously parts of the footage will be blurred. But anyway, take care. I'll see you again.